Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Guys, I finally got this guy. This guy has been my white whale for a while. This is the NECA Predator Concrete Jungle Deluxe Stoneheart Predator. And you're probably wondering, who the fuck is Stoneheart? Well, there was a video game that came out for the PS2 and the older generation consoles that I fucking adored. I done a whole video on it. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link in the description below. But essentially the story was of an exiled predator who had to go back and clean up his mess. He essentially left all his technology behind after a botched hunt, and a crime family called the Borgias used said technology to make themselves rich and capture and brainwash other predators. And one of these brainwashed predators is Stoneheart. And yes, this guy is a fucking giant. I think he may actually be bigger than the NECA upgraded assassin from the Predator. But yeah, this guy I've been after for fucking ages. I thought it would cost me a fucking small fortune to get him. And I found him, and he was 60 bucks. And I was delighted because standard size NECA figures, that's what they go for, 60, 70 bucks. But I got this guy for $59.99, and yeah, it was a fucking steal. So yeah guys, let's have a look at the packaging. First off, I love the box art. It kicks arse. It shows Stoneheart fighting a pack of xenomorphs, and if you wanted to work it into the plot line of the game, this is feasible. At the end of the game, it's actually revealed that Hunter Borgia has xenomorphs, and he pits them against Scarface. So you could also see him using these to test the Stoneheart Predator, and it's just really fucking nice artwork. He's there, he's all fucking roided up, and he's surrounded by a pack of xenomorphs. It makes sense. If you want to test to see how lethal Stoneheart could be, you're going to pit him against the most lethal life forms in the universe, and they don't get much more lethal than xenomorphs. So let's flip the box to the back and see what's on the back here. And yeah, there is Stoneheart in different poses there. And there is a blurb on the back. So let's see what it says about Stoneheart Predator. Stoneheart was once an honourable warrior. Then he was captured by Borgia Industries and subjected to a series of brutal augmentations that would see the towering predator brainwashed and turned into a cyborg. As his first combat test, he would be dispatched to end the revenge-fueled rampage of his former clan brother Scarface. Before his conversion into the mind-controlled cyborg, Stoneheart was the enforcer and pack leader of the Dark Blade clan. Renowned for his size and brutality, he shunned ranged weaponry, preferring to take on his prey literally hand to hand, foregoing even the traditional wrist blades in favour of hand-mounted daggers. His name was earned from his practice of gruesomely dismantling his prey, including a member of a rival clan who challenged his honour and accused him of using wildly reviled genetic augmentations to gain his fearsome side. Along with his fellow unwilling bad bloods, Lawn Spear and Swift Knife, Stoneheart would meet his fate at the hands of the redeemed Scarface, who fought the giant and finally delivered him an honourable death. So yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. That surmises the character in the game and also gives you a bit of backstory about him before he turned up. But yeah, the images are pretty cool. You just get really nice dynamic poses with this guy. I'm also excited because he comes with an electronic kind of gimmick that I'll show you when I take him out of the box. But yeah, he fucking kicks arse. So I'm going to pause the video here, and when we come back, we'll have a closer look at this big badass motherfucker out of the box. Don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. And we are back, and there is Stoneheart out of his box. And yeah, this is one chunky motherfucker. This is one big ass figure. And I could have been wrong, he may not actually be bigger than the assassin, the upgraded predator from the Predator, but he's still a formidable figure. And one thing I gotta give props to NECA is those feet hold his fucking weight, and this is a heavy figure. That was a big issue I had with the armored assassin from the Predator. I know the character and creature itself had very dainty legs, but NECA should have at least given you some kind of figure stand, because that guy fucking toppled over on me so many times. This guy, he's got two big fucking clompers on him. He is not going to keel over. He is a nice figure. He is gorgeously sculpted. And he is just fucking badass. So let's have a closer look at him. So, going to have a closer look at the face. And yeah, this is one kick-ass mug. That is cool. I like that. That is nice sculpting on the face there. Just really nice detailing. I do feel they might have recycled some parts from the Armored Assassin. I think the legs are definitely reused. And I think the shoulders and arms are definitely repurposed from that Armored Assassin figure. But by and large, there's a lot of original sculpting in this. And you can really see that, yeah, this poor fucker was Frankensteined by Borgia Industries. Essentially turned into a cyborg. And yeah, he is nicely sculpted. Articulation wise, he has fairly good articulation. It is limited by a number of factors, such as certain attachments and stuff. But for a figure this size, he has good articulation. There is a double hinge joint there. I'm not going to force it too much. As you can see, there's 2 joints there, but his gauntlets prevent them from going up. But you will get a nice range of posability with this guy. Going down to the legs as well, he's got a double hinge joint there on the leg. That's pretty good. And there's a very much a ratchet kind of system for the legs. I was actually talking to Larry about this. He has a very kind of ratchet system. So that keeps him in place, that holds him in place. And you can get him into those dynamic poses and not worry about him keeling over. Again, he is a nicely sculpted figure. And the articulation is really good on him. I do like the fact they give us a double hinge joint for this guy. Again, I was talking to Larry about this guy and some of the features. And also, speaking of Larry, if you get a chance, go over check out the Horror Cat Dad's channel, because Larry reviews some absolutely awesome figures. But he was telling me there was some issues with some of the articulation, but by and large, the ratchet system stops him from fucking keeling over. And he's a lot more stable than, say, the Armored Assassin from the Predator that NECA released back in 2018. But yeah, really nicely sculpted figure. He does come with some accessories and some features. I'll show you the accessories before I show you his kind of special gimmick. So first off, the mandibles can actually be removed. So I'm going to remove these mandibles and show you what you can do with them. So, taking out both these guys is a bit of a pain, but if you get them out, you can replace them with these ones here. And yeah, pop him in there like so, and you have him with his flared mandibles. And yeah, that is pretty fucking cool. He looks really fucking pissed. The other accessories he comes with is Borgia Industries fitted him out with massive wrist blades. And I actually think these are bigger than the ones that came with the Armored Assassin back in 2018. He comes with 4 in total, and there is slots there on the side that you pop these into, like so. And they go in fairly easy, they go in fairly buttery smooth, so that's a good thing about these. There's no foostering, or there's no fucking around too much with them. So there's 2 on that side, and I'll put 2 more onto this side here, and just maybe push them in a bit better than that. Just pop that in there as well. So yeah, fits in nice and snug. And yeah, he looks like he's ready to fuck someone up. That's pretty cool. The other thing he comes with is a light up gimmick. So the first lights are on the top of his head here, and they're little button batteries, and there is a switch that you trip here, and the light, that is one bright fucking light there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then there's another here, and at the base there's a little notch that your nail can go into, and I took out the tab there, and I'm just going to switch it on and pop it on there, and just make sure you line up the pegs right. So yeah, that's pretty cool as well. And there is a light in his chest that also lights up. And yeah, he is fucking badass. I genuinely think at 60 bucks. I was really happy with this guy. I thought he was going to be a pain in the arse to get, but he is nicely sculpted. The articulation is limited in some regards, but for all the attachments and for everything going on, he is really, really nicely articulated. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than I thought, and the design really captures the character in the video game. I like as well with the chopped locks. Obviously Borgia Industries were fucking with him so much they had to cut off his dreadlocks. Dreadlocks are kind of a sensory organ for Yautja, and maybe to get more control over him or to disorientate him and make him more manageable, they chopped off his dreadlocks. In the game you actually free other captured predators and they have their locks cut off as well. But yeah, this guy is really, really fucking badass. I'm loving it. Again, the only drawback is some of the articulation is a bit stiff, and the ratchet system, while it does make sure he stays stable, I do feel if you click it a bit too hard it might snap, so I'm going to be very careful with him. But by and large, he is a gorgeous figure. So yeah guys, I'm going to pause the video here. When I come back, I'm going to compare him to some other figures in the line. Don't go anywhere, I shall be right back. And we are back, and there is Stoneheart in my alleyway along with the Armoured Assassin. Now, one thing you'll notice straight off is with the Armoured Assassin, I had to use 2 fucking figure stands to make him stand. Again, it's a gorgeously sculpted figure, but design wise NECA really fucking dropped the ball. Those legs could not take the weight of that figure. They didn't even give us a figure stand, so I had to use 2 very fucking flimsy stands to make him essentially stand up, which any figure should. I mean, if you want to display your figure, you want the fucking thing to stand. This guy rectifies all that. His feet have a nice wide kind of base on them, and the ratchet makes sure they stay sturdy. It's not going to be loosey-goosey, it's not going to fall, it's not going to topple over with its weight, it's going to stay stock fucking still, and that for me is what makes this figure superior to that one in so many other fucking ways. Also with its other features, it's still light years ahead of this guy. I still like this chap, but this one rectifies all the issues this one has, and it's just a fucking gorgeous sculpt. So we've compared him to the Armoured Assassin. Let's compare him to his nemesis, and here is my Scarface Predator. And yeah, he dwarfs Scarface, and he does in the game as well. He dwarfs him, so scale wise that is perfect. That is incredibly accurate to the game, and it just suits him down to the ground. And for a bit of fun, let's see how he compares to a human figure. So let's compare him to a man who's not a stranger to the Yautja hunters. Let's compare him to Dutch, and oh my god, Dutch looks like a fucking peanut in comparison. Yeah, it's cool. He's cool. He's got the size, he's got the build, and he's got the support to help him stand. Again, this guy dropped the ball with that. NECA really fucking screwed the pooch by not giving this guy proper fucking ankles and feet. This guy rectifies all that, and he's just a gorgeous looking figure. But yeah guys, in general, what do you think of Stoneheart? Do you think he kicks arse, or do you prefer the Armoured Assassin? Let me know in the comments below. And have you played Predator Concrete Jungle? If you have, let me know that in the comments below as well. My name is Martin, this has been the Trash Picture Show, and yeah, have a good one, take care, bye now.